One evening last week, some 200 people gathered on the roof of a shopping center in a small town in the southern Indian state of Kerala to watch 4 months, 3 weeks and 2 days, a gripping 2007 film on the last days of communist rule in Romania. It was very well received by the audience, as most of our movies are. Anup Kumaran of the eponymous Kodungalar Film Society, one of Kerala's 60-odd film clubs, told me. For the past 6 years, the club's Friday evening rooftop cinema show has enthralled sign-goers in the historical town of Kodungalar, home to India's first mosque, among other things. The audience is an unusual collection of cineasts, students, teachers, traders, writers, lawyers, engineers, daily wage workers. Many of them are among the 47-year-old club's 175 paid-up members. Admission is free, and you just have to arrive a little early to grab a plastic chair under a tin roof to watch Indian regional and world cinema. The club pays 500 rupees $7, £5.80 as rent for each show. No Hollywood or Bollywood films are shown. The club also organizes a festival 23 films in 3 days in the local Cineplex last year, runs film appreciation courses for local enthusiasts, hosts theater performances, and gives away a modest $384 £290 cash award to a legend of the local Malayalam film industry every year. These days the Kodungalar Film Society is in the news for a different reason. The small-town cinema lovers have mounted a spirited challenge to last year's controversial Supreme Court ruling that the national anthem be played before every film and that audiences stand while it is played. Last October's ruling had come at a time of routine demands on Indians to display patriotism, and was cheered by the ruling Hindu nationalist BJP with sometimes unfortunate consequences. A disabled man in a wheelchair was assaulted by other members of the audience for not standing for the anthem in a theater in the western state of Goa. There were a spate of arrests of people who remained seated while the national anthem played in cinemas, and right-wing vigilantes were accused of taking the law into their own hands and harassing cinemagoers. Around this time, some members of the Kodungalar Film Society travelled to Kerala's capital, Trivandrum, to attend an international film festival. It became quite ridiculous, P.V. Dinesh, who filed the petition against the ruling soon after, told me. There were half a dozen screenings every day, and delegates had to stand up every time the national anthem was played before the film. The petition seeking a recall of the controversial order is a fine example of pragmatic reasoning. It says forcing people to play the national anthem and stand while it is being played infringes fundamental rights, and talks about the false equivalence between an outward show of respect and an actual sentiment of respect. It says cinema halls are spaces that are singularly unsuited for the gravitas and sobriety that must accompany the playing of the national anthem. People go to cinema halls for a variety of reasons, primary among which is entertainment. The themes of many of the films played at cinema halls will be at odds with sentiments of national respect, the petition adds. On Monday, a divided court argued the national anthem case. There was some levity in the courtroom when a lawyer said there would come a time when hundreds of people watching movies on public TV in crowded railway waiting rooms and airports would all have to stand up when the national anthem was played on their screens. One of the judges seemed to agree with the cinema lovers. Tomorrow, there may be a demand to stop people from wearing shorts and t-shirts while going to cinema halls, because national anthem is being played. Where is the end for such moral policing? Judge D. Chandrad quipped. Why should we assume that if you don't stand during the playing of national anthem, you cease to be patriots? Many Indians have been asking the same question. In the end, Chief Justice Deepak Misra asked the government to take a call on the national anthem, uninfluenced by last year's court order. The next hearing is on 9th of January. By this time the government would have either taken some steps, or decided not to. So we LLC, says Delhi-based lawyer Gautam Basha. Back in Kodungalar, feisty moviegoers are waiting for the next show at the rooftop cinema. This Friday, They are going to watch 2013's Wajda, the story of a young girl living in a suburb of Riyadh and the first feature film shot entirely in Saudi Arabia. We expect a full house, says Mr. Kumaran.